It started out with just the mere fact that we had this real glut of property that the city owned, and it wasn't shrinking, it was growing.
We knew what we wanted to see. We didn't know if we had the capabilities to do it. Once we started researching what other communities had done, we knew we wanted something better.
So you look at what the real estate agents do when they have the MLS system. So I sat down with Alice Wilson, our GIS manager, and we sat down and said, look, how can we kind of model a program using our GIS that would emulate kind of what the MLS does. We kind of market, actually take an active role in marketing our properties that we own.
One of the things they wanted were lots of information that our GIS could provide, like where are the vacant lots, what are the demographics for the area, that kind of stuff.
A couple weeks later she came back with a template that had here's a catalog of all our properties, here they are on the map where you can click on them. Moreover, you can click on them and you can see the property itself. You can look around the property and see what kind of neighborhood that it's in. So she actually took it a step beyond what you would actually see in the private sector if you're looking for properties.
We put the site available under development services, so you can go under departments, development services, and then there's a link on the left that says city-owned property for sale. You can click on that. And we put a date up there every time we update it as far as when new properties are added or sold. That's kind of how to use the site, how to zoom in. There's 3 basic functions to the site. There's a picture and information about the property. There's an interactive map that shows where the property's located at within the city. And there's also little tabs down here you can also click on any one of these to scroll through the property.
The properties that the city has conveyed to us allow the savings in land costs to be passed on to the homeowners so that we can offer a much more affordable mortgage. And through this partnership, I think we're both working together to revitalize neighborhoods and strengthen the community. Of course, after the home is completed, the city receives property taxes from the homeowner so that the property then becomes an active part of the community.
It is a fantastic tool as far as mutual aid. Recently we had a situation where a homicide had occurred out in the county. They called for our K-9 team, and we were able to pull GIS up and look at the terrain that the K-9 unit was responding to. We knew that the vegetation was extremely thick there, with trees and brush lines that had been untouched for years. And so we were able to send him resources, and when they went in, they ended up tracking for more than 2.5 to 3 miles. And all of those things, by looking at GIS, gave us the ability to see what we were facing without even leaving the city of New Bern.
It's a lot more than making maps. Essentially, if it exists around you, it can be mapped. If it can be mapped, it can be displayed. If it can be displayed, you can do it in GIS. So the possibilities are endless with GIS.
When the plan was finally adopted and finalized, it was pointed out that vacant lots were one of the biggest issues when they did an inventory. Talking to people, what were your concerns for the neighborhood? It just brought back a sense of disregard and just ignored and everything, and it has been that way for a very long time.
I utilize GIS to provide my developers and investors information. More than just sending them an address that they're interested in, I can send them a map detailing all the business information, surrounding data, demographics, household incomes, etc. In the past, developers would request information, and it was a time process of gathering that data and being able to send it to them.
That's how we used to do it. When our special response team would show up, we go in our trunks and get the cases out, get all the maps out, and lay them on the hood of the car and try to plot this and try to plot that. And now it's all at the touch of a button.
In the 2 years I've been here, I've seen 2 to 3 families come in and pay off their mortgage, and it's almost as powerful an experience as a home dedication is. So to have the city give us properties that are in neighborhoods that need that revitalization, to families that need that home, it just really kind of is all the pieces coming together just right.